Sal, first off, I suppose tell us a little bit about you.
Hi Lauren, so my name is Sal. I'm from Kildare originally and I've lived in a lot of different counties over the years, but a place that totally stole my heart is County Clare. So I've spent a lot of time in Miltown Malbay and a lot of time in Milan as well in Italy. So kind of between those two places at the moment. And yeah, I've been releasing and touring my music for the past 10 years in Ireland, Germany, Switzerland, a little bit in Lithuania. And I just love what I do. I live to write songs. It's so cathartic and so healing for me, and it always has been since I was really young. So yeah, very grateful to have it in my life.
And what was it about our beautiful county that caught your eye?
What's not to love? What's not to love? I just feel there's something about when you come over that sign that says welcome to Clare, it just feels like an exhale. It's hard to explain it. There's something really special about the energy in Clare, about the land and the people. I think the people are just so welcoming. From living in a lot of different counties over the years, people have different ways of living and everything, and that's amazing. But something about Clare is particularly welcoming to people from all countries, all counties, all backgrounds, and I think that's really unique to Clare. And of course the music scene here is beautiful. It's deadly, so that's a big draw as well.
How did you get into music growing up?
I started in Newbridge in Kildare, where I'm from. At the time, there was just so much music for young kids. So when I was really young, every night of the week, it was singing, dancing, drama. There was always something on. And in the background, I was always writing songs about how I was feeling. I always had a lot of, I suppose, very big feelings from a very young age and felt things very, very deeply, and just started to write that down and turn them into songs from about the age of 8, I'd say. And that's kind of what started me on the path. I suppose it's been the thing that makes me feel the most alive in the world, and it's what I've always followed.
Is there a specific artist that you look up to right now when you're writing and performing your music?
It varies all the time. Like, I think in Ireland we're absolutely spoilt for incredible artists and inspiring artists, and I suppose artists who really inspired me over the years are artists like Damien Dempsey, because he writes about the things that, you know, maybe others are afraid to talk about, and I really admire that. I think that's a really important part of being a songwriter, to speak for those who don't have a voice, and I think Damien Dempsey really does that. I love Seema as well. I think Seema is just so authentic and so true to herself, and that's so inspiring. And then I love Joni Mitchell. She's always been one of my biggest inspirations, and Stevie Nicks.
How would you describe your own style of music?
I suppose it's changed a lot over the years. When I started out releasing music, I won New Folk Artist of the Year. That was in about 2016, and so I started out, folk was what I started doing, and that's where my heart is. I spent a lot of time in Cork, and my music kind of went into soul, touched on soul, it touched on pop. I love those styles as well, but folk has always been the foundation of everything I write, and it's always been there. So this album that I'm releasing now this year, and this body work that I'm releasing this year as well, has really gone back to my roots. But I definitely still really love pop and soul, and there's sprinkles of that in there. But I think the beautiful thing about folk is it's storytelling, and that's kind of in us, I think, as Irish people as well.
And your brand new track, Rain, is the reason we're chatting. Tell us a little bit about it, and is there a personal story behind it for you?
Yeah, so Rain has been the most vulnerable release I've ever released. I came out of a very difficult 9-year situation, and I had a load of songs to write about, a load of things to write about, I guess, since then. And I was reluctant to release the songs because they felt so close to my heart and so vulnerable. But it felt very important because the situation I was in was very unsafe and in it for such a long time. But I felt that that's why it's important to share the songs. And like I mentioned about Damien Dempsey, like I think it's important to speak about things that are hard to talk about through songwriting, because it might just land in the ears of someone who needs it. And that's what songwriting and songwriters have done for me. When I hear a song, I'm like, oh, that's what I've been through, or I'm not alone with it. And the intention with this song was to hopefully, if someone hears it who's either in the situation I was in or has came out of it too, that they feel less alone. And I'm in a stage of my life now that's so beautiful, and I'm really the happiest I've ever been. So I wanted the song to show that there's a way out, no matter how dark things seem. And it's definitely a full circle moment releasing the song. When I wrote the song, I was in a very, very different place to where I am now, so that felt important as well.
You've shared the stage with so many incredible artists, but I'm going to put you on the spot here. What has been your favourite gig to date?
Oh wow. Great question. Yeah, it's hard. It would be hard to choose. I love playing in Germany. I play in Germany every year, apart from, of course, the gap of COVID that a lot of artists aren't able to. But it's been a lot of really beautiful rooms in Germany, and that's been really special. And there's also a beautiful session in Miltown Malbay called the Frozen Spoon Sessions, run by Shona Blake and all of the beautiful people in the Frozen Spoon. And it's unplugged, and it's a really listening audience, and it's just really, really special. I had a beautiful night there. I think it was either last summer or the summer before, and that was really special. But yeah, definitely, I guess a lot of the bigger ones as well have been amazing too, like playing to rooms of 1,000 people or more in the Theatre Royal was fairly incredible. But I think there's something about smaller rooms and people really listening that's almost more terrifying. So yeah, they both have a lot of beauty to them. Yeah.
What has been a career highlight for you so far?
I think recording this album has probably been a highlight. I know so many people in the music industry go through so much. It's very rarely plain sailing, but I can only speak for myself, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. Now this album is the first time that I have fully produced an album myself. Wow. And the first time that I felt really in control of my music and my voice and my writing, and that's been really healing. And yeah, definitely a highlight to just feel so, just to celebrate where I'm at after 10 years of releasing, to feel like now I'm at a point where I'm doing it my way. Yeah, I think that's probably a highlight. And also playing in Kenny's for my album launch, I think maybe that's my favourite gig as well. It's hard to choose. But Kenny's Village is a great spot. So I think when you connect with people through music, I know that might sound cheesy, but that's the reason why I do it. So whether it's through recording or performing, if there's a connection there, that's the most important thing.
And it's a great little segue to my next question. Your second album, like you said, is set to be released this year. What can we expect from the album, and why was this year the best time to release your second album?
I guess the album, it's very stripped back and raw. It's completely acoustic, so just me and my voice. And I recorded it with Martin O'Malley in Malbay Studios, also in Clare. He's absolutely amazing and created such a beautiful, safe space. And he recorded some banjo and guitar on it as well. But overall, it's very stripped back. The songs are very raw, similar to Rain. The album really is about navigating through quite a difficult time and then finding so much light at the end of the tunnel, and being at a point now that I'm so peaceful. So the song is kind of like a celebration of that, really, of moving through, kind of like the phoenix, moving through a lot of the ashes. And now felt like the right time to release it, because I had a lot of tours planned this year for Germany and Ireland and Switzerland, and I had to reschedule them all because I'm 4 months pregnant now.
Wow.
So it's mad. Yeah, mad how things happen in life. So part of me was like, I won't release the album until I'm touring next year. But then it felt really right to release it now at this very poignant time, and to have the space and time to really, to give to promoting it as well, because I'm not touring. So it just felt like the right time to celebrate where I'm at.
When can we expect the album?
Hopefully the end of May is when the full album will be ready. If not, it'll definitely be June latest, but hopefully the end of May. Yeah, and I'm hoping to have hard copies of it, and it'll definitely be available digitally online anyway. And
I suppose finally, where can people find you on social media if they're looking to stay up to date with everything?
Yeah, so if you look up SAL Music, so it's sal.music with an underscore either side, _sal.music_. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So that's where you'll find me.